Good morning. It's Saturday morning right now. I just made the kids breakfast, and I thought today I'd talk about routines to get you into a peak mental state and biohacking as well. I'm going to show you what I do. This doesn't work for everybody, but I'm going to show you anyway. Okay, so what I do is every morning I get up and I have my coffee. I've got my Ninja coffee maker here. And I use a coffee from a coffee brand from a company called Bulletproof Coffee. And have you seen the movie Limitless, with Bradley Cooper? How he takes that substance and then he can be a genius, write a million books and all that stuff. Well, I've been doing Bulletproof Coffee for a couple of years now. And since I've done that, I've been able to write a ton of books, make a ton of videos, think on the spot, and just speak gooder. Better? Gooder? So Bulletproof Coffee, there's a special bean they have. Let's see if I have it up here. Let me show you. Here it is, Bulletproof Coffee. It's a special coffee that doesn't have any mold in it, because apparently a lot of coffee has mold in it that you buy, and you get that quick fix high and then you crash. This stuff allows you to not do that. And then what I also do is there's something called rocket fuel. I know it sounds out there, and it might be a placebo as well for some of us, for me maybe. But this I put in, it's MCT oil. It says fat for fuel, it's out there. It's kind of like just oil you put on your salad, sort of. And so what I do is I make my coffee, and I put a little bit of that oil in, and then I put, and this is gonna sound out there, I put 1 tablespoon of grass-fed organic butter. I know it's out there, but it actually tastes like you put a little bit of cream or milk, whatever, in your coffee. And people have been doing this for hundreds of years, putting a little bit of butter in their coffee as their first meal of the day. I advise maybe you speak with a nutritionist, whatever, do more research before following what I'm doing. But doing that allows you to really, really focus. And I always find the first couple hours of every day when I'm fresh, I can really, really focus, except for right now, I'm trying to think what to say. So anyway, so I do that, and I'll show you what else I do. I actually have every Sunday or every Saturday, what I do is I get out my blender here, and I make 7 things of juice for the whole week. Okay, and I kind of make it greatest hits. And what I put in the blender is I put kale, I put ginger, and I put lemons, and then I put whey protein as well. And so what I do is I buy this organic, avocado on foot, not good. I hate when that happens. It's organic kale, and I'll throw that in to this blender here. And I'll also put in other stuff, like greatest hits of protein stuff. And I have this super red drink I get from a store here called Trader Joe's. It's basically a bunch of antioxidants. I have more antioxidants in the super green drink. And then I put cinnamon in, and I put flaxseed, yeah, and then protein. And I'll show you my favorite protein powder is right here. It's called, there's something called Quest bars, which are really good. And they make this thing called salted caramel flavor. It's pretty good. So anyway, what I do is I blend all that stuff in here. And then I make 7 jars for the whole week. And so after I have my coffee, what I'll do is I'll start drinking this shake. And I use these things here. Okay, I just make 7 of these, and I shake them up, and I put them in the fridge. And I put other types of omega oil as well in it. And it kind of ensures that I get a lot of vitamins throughout the work. Oh, I also put in, I almost forgot, I put in ginger as well, and a little bit of lemon. So I put ginger into the Vitamix, my blender. I put acai powder. Acai? Do I sound, I don't know what country that's from. Acai, is it French? I think it's actually came from South America. And then the oil I use, the omega oil, is right here. It's called Super EFA liquid. And so I'll do that, and that ensures that I get a lot of nutrients throughout the day. Now, I believe, I'm gonna talk about vitamins now, I believe that we're all deficient. We're all different, but we're all deficient in a couple of vitamin areas, and we don't know what they are, right? Not all of us know. I've had my blood tested, my DNA sequenced and all that stuff, and I think I've uncovered some stuff. And so what I do is I take just a ton of herbs and vitamins. So I take every day one of these things. It's called Daily Advantage. If you buy this, do a search for a coupon so you can always get 50% off. But basically what's in these things, it's a guy named Dr. David Williams made it, is just a bunch of vitamins. And then I have a bunch of herbs as well that I take. Green tea extract, there's a bunch of stuff. It's a little bit out there. And then I also take this, and this is a relatively benign zinc substance. And the reason I take it is because I don't know if you've seen that movie Minority Report with Tom Cruise, but what they do in that movie is, it's really weird. They kind of forecast what crimes you're going to commit. It's called a pre-crime group. And so I kind of thought about that as well when I was biohacking and with respect to what diseases I'm going to get later in life, okay? And so I went to an eye doctor. I just got all checked out. My eyes are okay, actually, they're fine. I told him that I took a DNA test. And in this DNA test I took, it said that I have a 47% chance, or even higher, I think, percent chance of getting age-related macular degeneration, which means my eyesight will go down in my 60s, which is 40 years from now. And so I asked my mom about it. My mom said, "Oh my God, that's interesting. Your grandfather had AMD as well. His eyesight went down." And so what I do is I take that zinc substance I just showed you, and that's my doctor kind of helped me with that as well, so that I will not get that eye stuff thing, whatever, when I get older. Hopefully, we'll see. I don't know. So anyway, I kind of nip it in the bud, and then I create also 7 of these things here. Every week. So this is the Daily Advantage vitamins. And then I have just some other herbs and stuff in here. Here's that zinc substance as well. It sounds really out there. And then there's this guy named Ray Kurzweil. And I think he's the head of engineering at Google now, I'm not sure. But he's a futurist. And he believes in life extension. And so I take this thing called anti-aging multi-pack. And it's got resveratrol, which is supposed to slow aging. You can't reverse aging, but you can slow it down. And so people say that all you have to do is make it. If you're say you're 30 right now, all you got to do is be somewhat healthy for another 40 years, make it to 70, and then your life will extend much longer, because at that point, and I see so much money here in the Bay Area going in venture capital into healthcare tech and biotech. But by then, what's going to happen is they'll be able to give you certain products or transplants, whatever it is, to make sure that your life is extended. And I'll show you my wife, Christine. Actually, I haven't. Christine, can I put you on camera?
Hi.
This is my beautiful wife, Christine.
Hi there.
My rock. I love her so much. She thinks I'm crazy with all the vitamins I take. That's okay. Okay, I'll see you later. So what time are you guys going to be there?
11.
11, okay. So later on today at 11, there's this great charity event that I'll vlog about really soon, where we're giving kids from poorer backgrounds backpacks and books and that sort of thing, because I think every problem in the world gets solved by education. And so a couple more quick things on health and biohacking and my daily routine. And it might not work for you, of course, just to, you got to hack yourself to figure it out. But I think that the person that's going to make it to 150 is alive today. I think that it's going to be normal for all of us, most of us, to live into our hundreds. And when I was a kid, I remember how I grew up in Canada, and people would talk about, I want to retire at 55, Freedom 55. That was the name of an insurance company in Canada. And then it became 65, 75, 85. And people in their 90s are really with it. So, and that's a beautiful thing, is that we can always change careers later in life, to the extent that the average age of somebody changing careers or actually starting a company in this country is over 60. And so one more thing I want to show you, and I'll go into much more detail on this in a future vlog, but it's this. And I have a daily routine. I created this template myself, and I fill it in almost every day. I try not to do it every weekend day. And you can customize this yourself as well. And what I do, and you know what I'll do actually, is I'm going to make a version of this in PowerPoint so you can download it and customize it yourself. And I'll include the link right here in the lower third. You can see that link there. And what I do is, and I'm going to just go sit down, more comfortable for me. But what I do is I create a schedule of everything that I'm going to do for the next day, the night before. So I don't know if you can see that there, but I'll put a graphic up so you can watch it with me in the screen. But what's important to me, I highlight here in terms of what my to-dos are for the next day. You know, what time am I getting up? What am I doing in each hour? When am I going to exercise? I schedule time for exercise, schedule time for the gym, schedule time for family, dinner, whatever, all that good stuff. And then also sleep. Do I get enough sleep? And then I have other criteria as well. We're all different in terms of nutrition, that sort of thing. And then what I do is at the end of each day, before I create tomorrow's version, right? This is tomorrow's version I'm making right now. This is you see in the corner there, it's gonna be August 5th. But what I do is I score myself. And in the bottom right-hand corner, and I'll take off, I know it sounds kind of out there, but I'll take off 5 or 10% for every, deadline I didn't meet on here, or if I didn't eat properly or get enough sleep, whatever. Then I'll take off 5 or 10%, and I'll score myself out of 100. And then I'll look back upon this as kind of a journal to see how I'm doing. And when I was younger, I was so disorganized, and even now I'm really disorganized unless I write down what I'm going to do the next day. And so I have my iPhone set an alarm every day at 9 p.m. To remind me to do this. Again, I don't always do this on the weekend. And then in the top corner here, I have just day number, and I try to see how many days in a row I can do this. But anyway, I'll leave an attachment for you here in the course, or in this video, if you want to customize it yourself. And let me know if you have questions as well. And what I'll do is I'll do a future vlog on goal setting as well. And so that's it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab my breakfast and finish off my milkshake process, and then I'm going to turn you on again, and I'm going to explain how interest rates change. I thought it might be interesting. I've got some real bonds from World War II and that sort of thing. And then after I do that, what I'll do is I'll take you to the charity event. I just dropped the pen on my foot. I'll take you to this charity event today. And as always, you'll see here that there's a menu on the side in case you want to fast forward to different topics. Thank you. All right, I'm done making my drink. It looks like this. Doesn't look too appetizing, but it's food for fuel. Food for fuel? I think they say that, yeah. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I want to run through, and when the avocado dropped on my foot, I came up with a great idea. I explained to you how governments change interest rates, and also why cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin is the biggest threat to national security for some countries, okay? It's a little bit out there, so get that. I got a bond here. Actually, I'm gonna sit down over here and show you. Give me 1 second to get set up here. Okay, so before I talk about national security, now the CIA is watching, just kidding. Before I talk about that, I want to talk about this avocado. It fell on my foot when I was opening up the fridge. And it reminded me of something, which is that you ever go to the grocery store and you find that the price of avocados is really, really high compared to what it was the week before? The reason that is, as we all know, is because there's less supply of it for some reason, right? So maybe there's a shortage or whatever, and the price goes up. So supply down, price up. Good. Understand that? Good. Now we can talk about interest rates. And so I got some really cool exhibits here. I'm going to lead with this one here. So this here is from United States government. Actually, no, it's from a railroad company, New York Central, right? And you've got coupons here. This is an old one from, I think, the early 1900s. You ever seen these things, coupon bonds? Yeah? Okay, good, good. I'm going to show you another one now. You'll see why I'm showing this in a second. This here is from, I think it's from World War I. And this is a Russian bond. I think anybody out there speak Russian, let me know what that says there, please. But I think it was used to fund World War I for the Russians. And I'm going to show you one more example before I talk about, so what, Chris, why are you showing me all this? And I got the inspiration from this t-shirt. I got this free t-shirt years ago. So, all right, this one here, this is my favorite one. And I buy all this stuff on eBay and I use it in courses, whatever, and then you can sell them back. So it's like you're renting them, but they're really cheap actually. This one is amazing. This is from 1898. Can you believe that? And it costs next to nothing. And this was, this is so international. I love this one. My dad's Egyptian. He'll appreciate this too. See the Sphinx there missing his nose? I made up for that. Just kidding. So from 1896. And what this is it's a bond that's written in French. The currency is in sterling. That's British. And it's for the Egyptian government to build, I think it was to build a dam. And I'm going to explain what all this means. So governments don't make enough money through taxes, right? It's unfortunate. They're not that well run sometimes. So what they do is if they want to build a bridge or declare war or defend themselves, whatever, or build a railroad, they have to get money from you and me and big companies, right? And here's how they do it. So I'm going to use American dollars, and this is fake $10,000. Okay, it's not real. And by the way, apparently you can't photocopy these things on machines. If you try to photocopy it, it tells the police right away. Some people have found out. Okay, so let's say we're the Russian government. I'm going to use U.S. dollars. Pretend this is actually the currency in Russia. Okay, so Russia needs to defend itself, for example, on a political thing. And so the way they're going to do that is they're going to raise money. And so the way they do that is this. They'll say to you, okay, they'll say, I will sell you this bond, okay? This is $9. I'll give it to you, right? I'll sell it to you for $9. You give me $9, and then I'll buy it back from you years from now at $10. That's how a bond works. And sometimes you get dividends on bonds as well, like coupons, which are like these things you can clip off, okay? So this bond is sold to you. Okay, you buy it for $9. Okay, and you are the consumer. I'm the government. So you give me a bunch of money. Okay, and you get that bond. Okay, I'm the government. Thank you for this money. I will use this for whatever it is I want to do, defending the country or building bridges, not walls, and that sort of thing. And so I'm the government. You gave me this. Thank you. I'll give it back to you later with interest. Now, you know what just happened? This is out of circulation. Okay, the government took that money out of circulation. And what happens is this: if we take some avocados out of circulation, supply goes down, the price of avocados goes up. So there's less money out there now available. So the price of money goes up. That means interest rates rise. Make sense? Okay, good. And so it's how all countries do it. And I love this one. I got this off of eBay. I love this, man. This is great. This is Canadian. I love it. It's a little Canada thing. Spring of 1945 by Victory Bonds, right? It was very patriotic to buy bonds. And governments had to market like crazy during World War II to the consumers. The consumers paid for wars. And so I don't know, it's a good thing they were able to raise a lot of money, right? It makes me patriotic being Canadian. I love that poster. Okay, so what? Well, let's say that instead of you and I dealing in our currency where we live, we deal with this a little bit less, okay? Let's say 5% of the cash that you and I own now is not in dollars or whatever currency you're in. It's in Bitcoin. And so if you and I as consumers, if we take 5% of our net worth in cash and put it into Bitcoins, for example, then demand for this goes down. And if demand for this goes down, then governments lose a little bit of power in terms of being able to print bonds and sell it to you the consumer. And so what happens is governments can't build bridges or wars or whatever it is, right? Governments have noble intentions too, and they lose power. Now, imagine if you and I, and this is extreme, imagine if we took 50% of our money in the long run, longer term, okay, and we put it in cryptocurrencies and not our currency. Then governments declare bankruptcy. That's right. Governments can't survive just on taxes. We know most governments are in debt. It's crazy, right? Imagine if you didn't buy U.S. bonds anymore, savings bonds. What would happen? I mean, the U.S. government, they wouldn't be able to, they'll go bankrupt. Right? I'm not saying the U.S. government's going to go bankrupt. A lot of countries do go bankrupt, though. So anyway, it's a crazy thing, but that's how interest rates work. So think of the avocado. Okay, so why is cryptocurrency relevant? I'll spend only 20 seconds on this, which means 5 minutes, sorry. It's relevant because in 2008, we, meaning all consumers in the world, kind of lost confidence in our governments. We were within 48 hours of bank machines not working. It was terrifying, as you know. The person that lived on my left, where I used to live in a place called Burlingame, they lost their house, and on the right as well. It was scary, it was awful. And so what happened was governments didn't know what to do. And so they started printing more money. It got really, really crazy because I'm going to give you an example. This is tragic, but in my hand, I'm holding a $10 billion bill. Okay, this is from Zimbabwe. And the reason it's $10 billion is because back in and this is a worthless, by the way, you can get them on eBay for $1 or something. It's pretty cool. But what happened was this government, and many governments, printed so much money in 2008, 2009 to get out of this crazy recession that the daily inflation for this country and this currency was 98%. Every day, this thing lost 98% values. It was awful, really, really tough. And so anyway, a lot of consumers said, it's not fair, man. I work so hard to make cash. Again, this is fake. But I work so hard to make this. It's not fair that a government can print more of this stuff and devalue my net worth. Not fair. And that's one of the reasons why cryptocurrencies exist. Okay, that's one of the reasons they exist, is it's another form of currency that hopefully governments cannot control. And there's a lot of garbage cryptocurrencies out there. Most of them are, but there's a couple that are great. Anyway, I'm not gonna talk too much more about that, but I'm gonna wrap this up now. If you have questions about interest rates or how governments change interest rates, let me know. And I love teaching with real life exhibits. It's just so much more fun. So I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna get ready and I'm gonna go to meet with Christine and my kids for this educational charity event in San Mateo, close to where I live. Thanks. All right, I'm at Samaritan House now, and this is a charitable event. Education charities are near and dear to my heart, and I really believe every problem in the world can be solved with education and acceptance, and technology too, which is the crux of my, my TEDx talk. So we're just gonna go over here and find out a little bit more about what's going on here. So here we have the wonderful people that are volunteering.
Oh. High school? No, just take it around.
Hey, I'm Chris. How are you?
What's
nice
up,
to
Mike?
meet you. Do you mind if I film you here?
Actually, no.
Actually, I asked him before. He said yes. All right, tell me a little bit what you guys are doing.
Oh, so we're here distributing backpacks to some high school students.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Cool. So you're giving backpacks to high school students. And what's in the backpacks?
Let's have a look. Yeah, we have some school supplies.
School supplies,
notebooks and such, folders.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's great, man.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So
Absolutely.
how many are you giving away here?
Rough estimation.
We don't have any idea how many.
Too many to count.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, God bless you guys. Right. I don't want to disturb them, so I'm just going to go for a little walk here. My kids are in there too, and Christine's there. Yeah, she's in there. Oh, I got in trouble. I'm out of here. Yeah.
You are filming for.
Getting in trouble here.
Look,
am I allowed to go in or no?
Yeah, you can.
All right, cool. All right.
But do you have any way of letting us know who you are?
I'm Chris.
No, I mean,
my ID's in the back of there. I'll be right back. Let me just take a video here. All right, so going in now here. Let me just turn this around. My wife, my kids working.
Oh, we know this Haroon. Yeah.
No.
I will.
All right. Thank you. Oh, you gotta meet my son. Here, come on over here. All right, we got busted here.
My wife's a teacher, my daughter's a teacher, I've been a teacher, we value teachers.
No. Andrew, I want to introduce you to my students. That's my son, Andrew.
Hi,
what are you doing today?
Helping out.
Why are you wearing Julian's tag? Julian wearing Andrew's?
Yeah, I'm Andrew.
You guys are jokers. I love it. All right, well, I'm not going to disturb you guys anymore, so good job. I'll let you do what you're doing. No, it's Chris. I'm an old man. All right, I'm leaving. Oh, thank you. Thanks. All right, I got busted there. All right. Hey, thanks so much. I appreciate it. All right, I'm learning. You got to ask permission before you film. I thought I asked, but all right, that's fine. It is what it is. All right, so why am I wearing this hat? Well, this hat here is it's from one of my heroes, an amazing man that died right before I was born. And he played in Pittsburgh, baseball player named Roberto Clemente, God bless him. And he got his 3,000th hit, which is a big milestone. And then what he did was he was flying to, he was flying to do a charity event overseas, and the airplane crashed. Number 21. Love this guy. He's one of my heroes. So I thought it'd be fitting. I don't know, I'm winging this as you know, but I'm just wear this hat as a way to pay respect to him. Anyway, so education and technology is very near and dear to my heart. And earlier we talked about war and issuing bonds and how governments pay for stuff. I humbly believe that instead of sending troops overseas to fight wars that we cannot win, or understand for that matter, I think the answer is education. And hear me out here. So one of my other heroes, other than Roberto Clemente, is Malala. And I'm sure you all know her story. She was shot by the Taliban for demanding education. And I think what will happen is, and she's so inspiring, I'd love to meet her one day. Malala, if you're watching, I want to meet you. What I think happens, and the only way to get world peace, whatever, is through education. I think what will happen is you'll get thousands of Malalas rising up all over the world through YouTube, vlogging just like this. And they can change society from within. They'll teach you, right? Everyone's a teacher now. When one teaches, two learn. And that's how I think we solve all problems. So it's a combination of education, technology, and acceptance, TEAT, which was the topic of my TEDx talk. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna go and help Christine and the kids, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. Oh, click subscribe if you want to subscribe, and like if you want to like, and all that stuff. This is all new for me. I'm just trying to learn how to say that. But anyway, I'll see you mañana. Thank you.